Okay, everybody, we're back. Campfire Spookhouse. I'm Scary Terry. This is
Rock Horror.
Today we are recording review for episode 34, which is Barbarian, written and directed by Zach Cregger, produced by Arnon Milchan, Roy Lee, Raphael Margulis, J.D. Lifshitz, and Bill Skarsgard himself, starring Georgina Campbell as Tess, Bill Skarsgard as Keith, Justin Long as AJ, Matthew Patrick Davis as the mother, Richard Brake as Frank, and Kurt Brunolder, if I'm saying that right, as Doug. And its description is a woman staying at an Airbnb discovers that the house she has rented is not what it seems. Yeah, no shit. Release date is September 9th, 2022. Its budget was between 4 to 4.5 million, and its box office return was 45.4 million. Okay. So it did pretty well.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Barbarian?
This is exactly the type of movie why I'd never watched horror movies. I cannot relate at all with the decision making of any of the people in this film. I had to suspend my belief and my ability to think logically. I found myself yelling at the TV while this movie was going. Like, why are you making these decisions? This is the dumbest decision that I've ever heard. Why?
Especially because she had chances to get away.
So many chances. Yeah. There were so many warnings when she. Originally when she showed up, with Skarsgård, all of those weird situations, the door being open, like you are a woman, you are a young woman, you should have some level of self-preservation within you.
I wouldn't even stayed if somebody else was there.
Exactly. But for some reason she stays. All right. And then they kind of play up the fact that perhaps she's attracted to or interested in in Keith, the Skarsgård character. Cool. She goes on her job interview. She tells the interviewer, I should say, where she's staying. The woman immediately is like, "What? What are you? Is that a joke?" And then she's seriously concerned. Why are you staying in that part of town? Sort of thing. So there's that's warning enough. Once again, is there any self-preservation within this? Right. Within Tess? Tess is without self-preservation.
And also, Tess doesn't seem like she's even from around there in Detroit at all. Is the other thing. It's if someone who lives in Detroit is telling you not to go to or avoid that area, then you should probably take that advice.
So that happens.
Yeah.
She goes back anyway. She goes back. She gets locked in. She gets locked in to the basement.
Yep.
And now she's just in the basement. She doesn't have her phone. She doesn't have access to things. She gets out because Keith shows up.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Keith doesn't believe her because Keith is, okay, fine. You could say that maybe Keith is skeptical, and that's fine. But Keith goes down. Yeah. And now Keith disappears.
Yeah.
And okay, that was hard enough for me that was the beginning of my belief being like, if Keith, this man who is clearly bigger, stronger than you has just disappeared, and then you start hearing him say help, it's either he's trying to lure you somewhere, or whatever got him, you cannot defend yourself against. That being said, why do you keep going? Why? Right. Why are you continually going further and further into this deep hole? You told him you found this room with a bucket and a bed and a camera.
Yeah.
He wasn't weirded out by that for some reason. He was like, "Oh, what do you mean? It's a basement. That doesn't
sound weird at all."
It's a basement with a bed and a bucket. What type of basement has he been in?
Also, like, how many times did she call out to Keith and there was no response from him at all? That alone is like too suspicious for me.
There's too many suspicious things that went on.
Yeah.
All of that. Then you finally then you see Keith get his head bashed in by some by some giant woman lady monster, the Barbarian.
The mother, yeah.
And then that's it. So then...
And you stood there just watching him.
Yeah, and then, okay, so that's it. Then you don't hear from Tess. Then the story starts again with, what was Justin Long's character's name?
AJ.
With AJ.
Yeah.
And
the mother pulled him out from and took him to that room or dragged him to that room.
So AJ's story is more believable based on what
happened to him.
What happened to him. So he owns the house.
Yes.
He has no choice but to go there because it's the only property that he's looking for money. So
yeah.
So he's trying to see if he could get money for the property.
And how much square footage there was.
Yeah, and then he's like, can I make more money if there's more square footage or whatever? So he that is all believable.
Yeah.
He sees all the same things, but he's not paying attention to any of it because he doesn't care. He's literally just measuring the square footage so that he can list the house for whatever reason.
Right.
And so that part is believable enough. Then he gets trapped.
Yep.
He gets trapped. He's in this like cell / crib with Tess.
Yep.
She gets the ability to leave.
Yes.
And she gets out. The same man, homeless man that was running at her saying, hey, don't go in that house. He comes back. He helps her. He pulls her out to safety.
Yes.
He gives her some clear and direct warnings. Do not go back in the house.
Yep. Do not be around
during night because she comes out at night. Yep. And there's far worse things going on in that house.
Yeah.
Cool. What does she do? She walks to a gas station. She tells the police. She tells the police. The police have no interest in anything that she's saying.
Which was also shady and weird as fuck to me. Or like as if maybe they just know that particular area is just to be avoided.
Yeah.
Another reason to also just walk away.
Well, also, when she originally called the police, there's no units available in the area.
Yeah.
I've heard about that. I've never lived in a place where police didn't go. Yeah. But I've heard about places where police just don't go. If that happens to be the place where you're staying, then too bad. Like, so the cops reluctantly go.
Yep.
And then they're like, well, you don't have a key, you don't have ID.
You also broke the window.
You broke the window, so the only crime we see here is the one that you did. So unless you want to spend the night in jail, I would have put my hand up. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Because I know at the very least, if I spend a night in jail, I don't have to worry about any of that.
Right.
But no, she's like, I have to save somebody. How? How are you going to do that, Tess? I don't understand it. So she keeps making these decisions that makes me believe that she does not care about herself.
Yeah.
Then it starts to get dark when the cops leave.
Yeah.
And then at that point, she gets the bright idea. I'm going to go back inside.
I'm going to break through the window.
I'm going to break through the front window.
I'm going to get my keys.
I'm going to get my key to my car. Remember, and her car is right outside the front door.
Yes, it is.
And instead of driving away,
she drives in.
She drives
essentially
into the house
to kill the mother.
To try and kill the mother with a car, and of course her car gets stuck. Because of course her car would get stuck.
Of course.
Because if you drive into a house, cars typically get stuck because it's not a road, it's a house.
Yeah. And the mother appeared to be dead.
Yes. Then she goes into the house again.
Yes.
To go save Mr. I want more square footage.
Yes.
And then they both get out.
Yes.
But then the mother's gone because, well, did you...
Look at the size of her. She's a fucking giant.
So the mother's gone, so now they're worried. Then here comes the homeless guy again, like, because he told her where he would be.
Yes.
So she goes looking, he pops out at the fence and he's like, be quiet, come here.
Yeah.
And he saves them. Oh, and I forget that in the kerfuffle of her going inside to save the guy shoots her.
Yeah.
Because he's scared. So now she has a gunshot wound.
Yep.
And it's nighttime.
Yep.
And the mother is clearly alive.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stupidest woman I've ever met in my life. I don't understand any of her decision making at all.
Also, if the mother goes out at night and that's a known thing, then she would know the area very well.
Exactly.
So what's your plan of escape as well, especially on foot?
So, and as it goes, the homeless man then is talking about, well, it's safe here.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been here for 15 years. And in 15 years, she's never come in this place. And of course, she comes in that place.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess she never had a reason to attack him before.
Exactly.
Was the real reason why he was never killed.
But now this woman that was her surrogate baby,
yes,
Tess, and her new potential baby, are where you are.
Yeah.
So she breaks in, picks him up, rips off his hand, his arm, not his hand, his arm, and beats him to death with his own arm.
Yep.
So they go running, but where are they going to run?
It's her playground.
Exactly. So then they get the bright idea to run up a water tower.
Yeah, because get you there.
Because, well, you can't jump over the barbed wire fence. You have a gunshot wound. There's limited places that you could go.
So they climb?
So they ran upstairs.
Oh, okay.
You know, those kind of built-in stairs in the water tower to get to the top.
Right.
They get to the top, and then he's like, there's nowhere to go. He has his gun at the moment. But he drops his gun because he's a scared little biatch.
Right.
So now it's literally just the mother, Tess, the surrogate baby with a gunshot wound, and AJ.
Yeah.
And now AJ, after having this brief moment where he's like, because his whole story begins where he's getting accused of sexual assault.
Yes.
Or SA.
Yeah.
With fellow actress that he was working with.
Yeah.
So that's why he's in financial turmoil, because everyone's dropping him and whatever.
Hence his reason for looking for square footage.
Yeah, exactly. So he has this thing where he's like, I think I might be a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
So he says that when they get to the top of the water tower, without hesitation, he, to save himself, grabs Tess and throws her off the top of the water tower.
Because her gunshot wound would slow them down.
Exactly. And then says to the mother, go save your baby.
Yeah.
And so the mother does. The mother jumps, like head first, jumps after Tess and beats her down there. Because when you see Tess on the ground, she's on top of the mother, and then you see the mother like cracked her head open, but the mother apparently just can't die. So
right.
So eventually the mother gets up. When he gets to the bottom of the water tower, he finds the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this moment where he starts BSing, talking about, I didn't mean to, and I let you go. He just finished saying he think he might be a bad person. Of course he's a bad person.
Of course.
The mother comes to and literally sticks her thumbs in his eyes and rips his head apart.
Yeah.
And then, so of course he's done. And then this mother-baby thing.
Yep.
And then she has the gun. Tess has the gun.
Yep.
And then Tess apparently like shoots her in the head, and then that's like the end of it. And then she's limping away to be my little baby.
Yep.
Like that song. Like.
Yep.
And like I get it as a story, but if I wasn't reviewing this movie, when she went back in, I would have turned it off. I do not understand. I cannot begin to understand and fathom why people, and I know I get it. I know it's a movie. I know it's a genre. I know, like, if you're watching Westerns, to expect certain things. I cannot, to my life, relate to these horror movie people and these things that they make. Like, I yelled out in the middle of it, don't you have a little bit of black in you? Like, where is this thing where you're like, nope, and then go in the opposite direction?
I completely agree with you on all of that. And then, none of these characters were sensible enough to just escape from the situation. AJ's story was a little different. He was obviously going in pursuit because of his financial situation. What did you think of the movie from a director's perspective, from filmmaking point of view?
So as far as the filmmaking, so basically the more traditional or typical parts of a movie, like, is this a good movie? I think it's a pretty good movie.
I agree.
I think that the acting is good. I think as a film, it's good. Once again, it's nonsensical. The actual story the motivations of the characters.
It's the sake of, again, it's a movie. It's not a relatable one.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't do the things that they do in the movie. We would have ran so much long ago.
And
probably.
Once again, it doesn't have to be like a one-to-one. I don't need everyone to do things the way that I would do. I just need them to do things in a way that would make sense.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense in my head.
Yeah.
But anyway, as a movie, it is actually a pretty good movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yet again, we've come across a pretty good film, period.
I do like that they casted Justin Long into it, though, because he does have a history of being involved with horror films, so it kind of makes sense. Bill Skarsgard, again, another horror film actor himself. I think the main character as Tess, I think she was a good she's a good actress. She was not believable in the sense, again, of decisions that she made in the film as her character herself, but I think that everybody involved did a really great job.
Yeah, the basics. Is she scared? Is she confused? Is she mad? Yes,
they played it all off well.
Yes, all of those things correct. The problem is the suspending of belief. Mm-hmm. When the story or the motivations are confusing in that way, then the performances have to be so good just for you to remain in the film. Yeah. To remain invested in the film, because why would anybody do that? I need to know her backstory. Yeah. I need to know what exactly motivates her. Why does she care so much? Why does she want to do those things? Because, as I said, I would have never seen any of those things. Right. If I just thought that there was this very dark room that was just a room within a room, I'm like, interesting, back upstairs. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have hesitated. Oh, I'm kind of locked in this window. Is there a hard thing here? Break the window. I'm breaking the window so I could get out. Yeah. I have the key, open up the front door, get the key to my vehicle, and I'm out. I feel like only short films for me. I feel like, first of all, you're renting this property for the night. It's not really your house to go digging so deep into. If you were buying the property or just purchase it, I can understand. A more believable premise is another thing that has happened. Like this white family that buys this house that had a bunch of murders in it back in the 50s or something. Yeah. You live there. You have no choice but to spend the night, and you'd have to figure it out. Yeah. So you're going to discover things. Yeah. This is an Airbnb. Yeah. Bill me. Okay? Yeah, I broke some windows. Your door handle's broken. I'm sorry. Bill me. What did you think of? I like the actor Richard Brake, the one who played the man with the backstory from the 70s and him kind of, but I'm still a little confused on his story. So was he a serial killer or sexually abusing women? I think he had all those videotapes. Yeah, I think he was a sexually abusive guy. I think that's what it was. That he just kept originally he had women, and he would have kids with those women, and then when those kids would grow up, he'd have sex with those kids and have kids with those kids, and that's what the homeless guy explained. He said eventually, if you keep multiplying that after that, you get that. That's basically what he said. It was, and what that explains why he was so he killed himself. So clearly he was afraid of it, but also she wouldn't go in the room. Yeah, I don't understand why she backed away from the door when AJ was next to it. Maybe he killed himself. I don't know why he killed himself. Because that's the one part where I'm confused as to why he killed himself. Perhaps he killed himself. My initial thought was perhaps he killed himself because he was going to be his replacement. Maybe he's going to have kids with her, but then she was trying to make him her baby. So I'm very confused. And then it seemed the man who owned the house or whatever, and lived in it throughout the 70s, a serial killer guy. Yeah. It seemed like I feel like he was trapped in that room. He couldn't leave because I feel like if he left the room, she would kill him. Yeah, maybe that's why he killed himself. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. That part of the whole movie, beyond all the other motivations and stuff that I don't understand, it's the unclear part. Yeah, that is the unclear part of the movie. Perhaps actually, you guys could let us know in the comments and explain that
thing to us because we don't understand the premise about that whole story. But I do think it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Just not a believable one because of the decisions that I think from an artistic point of view, Zach Cregger writing and directing it, I think he did write a good script.
Yes.
And you had mentioned earlier when we were watching the movie that you could not write a script like that where the characters would make really dumbass decisions like they're doing.
Because there's when I write a character, I am able to in some way kind of see the motivation, understand why they would do. I don't understand these stupid ass characters.
You're also, as a writer writing a script, I feel like you're trying to capture realism within your characters. So why are you going to write something about these characters doing or making decisions that others watching would be like, that's not believable. I would never do that.
I could write a script where someone stumbles upon something like that.
Yeah.
Where someone gets trapped and they have no choice but to go one way as opposed to another. Like a door locks behind them.
Yeah.
So they have to keep going forward.
Yeah.
And then you could write a million different ways why they have to keep going forward.
In that regard.
But to actually just pick up and say, I'm going to go forward.
Yeah.
That yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, I think I give the movie a rating of 4 out of 5 jump scares. I can't give it any higher than that, though I do appreciate the film. It's just I'm on the same level as you about these dim-witted characters. Like it wouldn't happen to me. Like the film would never go that far.
Yeah.
The story would never unravel in that way. Like I'm renting it for the night. If someone else is already there, I'm out. I'm not staying. I don't know this person.
That was the first. Weird. That was the first thing. That was number one first thing.
Yeah, it's weird. How often would that happen anyways, where you rent out an Airbnb and somebody is already staying there? That's like a trap.
Yes.
That's weird. I wouldn't do it.
You can't get in contact with these people because it's not like a direct owner. It's a management place.
Yeah, it's just property. Shady. Like, no.
The guy says there's a convention in town.
Yeah.
After you only called one other place.
Yeah. Plus, like, she is a woman too, exactly. And like, this is a man who's staying, and you're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna stay the night with him. This complete random stranger who I don't know.
And he keeps trying to get you to drink wine.
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't understand. I don't understand this.
Trying to get you to drink wine, wants you to drink tea. He's super nice, super friendly. It's just kind of. There's just a lot going on.
Once again, nice and friendly is fine. Not in the middle of the night at an Airbnb that you booked that he is currently staying at.
Yeah.
There's that combination is what makes it weird. Or
and then
suspicious.
When she asked him right at the door too, like, do I have the right address? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, you do know though. You rented this, so like the address, you should still know the address.
Yeah.
It was just. I give it 4.
Yeah.
4 jump scares. That's what I give. What about you?
3.75.
Okay. I had a feeling you were gonna say like 3.5 or somewhere.
No,
I didn't think you would give it 4.
It's a good enough movie that it's higher than 3.5.
Yeah.
But I can't rock with it in that sort of way. I can't.
Yeah.
So the 3.75 is because it is a pretty good movie, pretty good script. Good acting.
Yeah.
The overall premise, like the scary thing, the mother.
Yeah.
I get, even though I don't even understand how the mother came to be, because it was just a really quick exposition line from the homeless guy before he got his arm ripped off.
Yeah.
And even that backstory part still was kind of a bit confusing.
Yeah.
Maybe I gotta watch it again. I don't want to, but it's just one of those things where it's like, it's a good enough film that if you like horror films, like if you really are into horror films, or if you just want to see a film, there's good people in it. Justin Long's good.
Yeah.
Like
Bill Skarsgard.
I would say it's worth a watch. So this is why I'm going with the 3.75. But
that makes sense.
But I'm not putting it into really, really good or definitely not a classic category.
Right.
This is why, for me, it can't touch 4.
Right.
But it could get close.
I do. I admire the plot premise of being that of taking place at an Airbnb. I do think that's really clever and creative, and I don't know if many other films in recent years have done something similar with the utilizing the use of an Airbnb. So I really appreciate
that's
that.
one thing that we mentioned as well. That specific part was interesting.
It was clever, yeah.
Yeah.
So there you have it. 3.75 for rock horror and 4 jump scares for me.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys thought of the movie if you're a little bit confused as we are, but overall I do think it was a good film.
Yeah.
Be there for our next episode that we are recording a review for, which is actually James Cameron's The Terminator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. From 1984.
If you don't think it's a horror movie, watch it again.
So it is. I genuinely think that the Terminator 1 is a sci-fi horror. Mm-hmm. It has the horror aspects. I would classify it as that. Terminator 2, I think, would be a lot more action sci-fi. It
might have been the only time that I was afraid of Arnold.
In the Terminator 1. Especially when he was with a knife in his eye. Mm-hmm. That was terrible. Okay. Anyways, we'll discuss more about that in the next episode. Make sure you guys are there to see that. In the meantime, we're signing off. I'm Scary Terry,
Rock Horror.
And we are Campfire Spookhouse, where we scare ourselves awake. We'll see you next time. We'll be back.